Hi, this is our used car advice slot, and today we're going to be taking a look at some cars to buy, saloons namely, for 15 grand. Now I've chosen 15,000 euros to give me a nice buffer because sometimes cars can vary in terms of their spec. So all these cars should be a good bit less than 15,000 euros, but it'll give you a little bit to play with. The first car I want to take a look at is the Ford Mondeo 2-litre TDCi. It's an excellent car, and I've specifically gone for the 2-litre because I think it's a better engine than the 1.6 and then the 1.8 that ran alongside it for a few years. Why do I think it's a better engine? It's just a bit more reliable, it's a nicer car to drive, much better on the motorways, and most people, when they bought the 2-litre TDCi, bought it as a Z-Tech or titanium, so you will get a really nice level of specification on it. Comfortable car, will run forever as long as you treat it right, and is probably one of the most underrated saloons on the market. Even though they are everywhere, they do tend to lose their value alongside other competitors for some unknown reason, probably because they are everywhere. The second family saloon I think which is worth taking a look at is Opel's Insignia. You'll get a 2-litre diesel, 130 brake horsepower SC model. I would tend to avoid the S model, it's quite sparse, and you'll have to pay a few more quid if you want to get the SE or SRI. Very comfortable and roomy inside. The boot is ever so slightly smaller than some of the other cars in this range thanks to its tapered rear end. It does look very stylish though. It is very comfortable on the motorway, can be sometimes quite hard on front tyres, and the 130 brake horsepower is ample. Don't expect to have to pay that much more for the 160 brake horsepower version. It is nicer to drive, but doesn't make it worth all that much more. And by 2010, some of the niggles that were there at launch had been ironed out, so you don't get a leaky boot or any of the electrical problems. Lastly, there is the Toyota Avensis. It's kind of hard to ignore this car. I know it is quite a bland choice at this stage because it's been around for quite a while, but it is just unignorable because it is quite good. At this price, up to 15,000 euros, you should be able to buy the Strata model. The entry-level Aura model is ever so slightly, well, Spartan on the inside. That's probably the best way to describe it. Strata is a much nicer level of spec. There are some UK imports. Be very careful with these. Make sure you do get a history check if you are going to buy one of these, or if you buy it from a dealer, make sure they give you a good vehicle provenance with it. Some of them are called TR models. They have a really high level of spec though, so they do make very nice cars. The Toyota Avensis for 15,000 euros, I don't think you can go wrong.